Welcome student, I am Abhishek Agarwal. We are going to study today on the topic of the cultivation of virus. In this topic we study about the virus and how to cultivate the virus. So first one is the introduction. What is virus? Uh, Virus is an infective agent that typically consists of the nucleic acid molecule in a protein coat. It is too small and not seen by the eye but seen by the microscope, and it is able to multiply only within the living cell of a host. They are 10 to 100 times smaller than the most of the bacteria. They can grow only in animal or plants or the microorganism. The virus is a piece of DNA that can move between the cell, while others may have evolved from the bacteria. The structurally complete, matured and infected virus are called as the virions. In 1897, the scientist Magnus Benedict suggested that the tiny particle in the juice causes a disease is called as the virus, after the Latin word for the poison. Over 5,000 species of the virus has been discovered. The virus do not have a cell that divide. Also, the new virus are the assembled in the infected host cell. Virus is consists of the 2 or 3 parts such as genes made from the either DNA and RNA, long molecule that carry genetic information. Second one is a protein coat that protects the gene, and in some virus have envelope of a fat. The virus vary in a shape from the simple helical and the isosaccharide to the complex structure. Next one is the cultivation of virus. Viruses are obligated intercellular parasite which cannot be grown or in emanated culture media. Viruses are the host specific and grow only in the selective host. Virologist, it means the scientist to study on the virus called as the virologist are use only a suitable host medium for the cultivation of the virus. It cannot be grow in artificial medium, but bacteria can be grow in the artificial media. They cannot grown in the non-living culture on or on the agar plate alone. They or the virus must require living cell to support their replication. Virus is also no universal cell that will support all the virus. Next one is the what is the main purpose of the cultivation of the virus. First one is to isolate and identify virus in the clinical sample. Second one is to prepare virus for the vaccines production, and third one is to the research on viral structure, replication, genetics and effect of the host cell. Next one is the methods for the cultivation of the virus. It's includes 3 methods are there. First one is the inoculation of the virus into the animal. Second one is the inoculation of the virus into the evaporated egg, and third one is the tissue culture. So first we discuss the inoculation of the virus in the animal. Virus which are not cultivated in the evaporated egg and tissue culture are cultivated in the laboratory animals. Example, mice, guinea pig, hamster, rabbits and primates are used for the inoculation of the virus in the animal. The selected animal should be healthy and free from any communicable disease. Suckling mice less than 48 to 300 hour old are most commonly used in the inoculation of the virus in the animal. So some different way of the inoculation in the mice such as the intracerebral, subcutaneous, intraperitoneal and the intranasal. So when we inoculate the virus in the animal, we observed that the growth of the virus in inoculation animals may be indicated by the death, disease, and the visible lesion. Advantage of the inoculation of the virus. First one is the production of the antibodies can be identified by this method. Second one is the diagnosis, pathogenesis, and clinical symptoms are determined. Third one is the primary isolation of certain virus. Fourth one is the mice provide a reliable model for studying viral replication. Other one is the it is used to study for the immune response, epidemiology, and oncogenesis. Some disadvantages of this method, such as it is expensive and difficult to maintain in the animal. Second one is the difficulty in choosing of the animal for the particular virus, and some human virus cannot be grown in the animal or can be grown but do not cause a disease. Last one is the mice do not provide models for vaccine development. So this is four disadvantage for the inoculation of the virus in the animal. Next one is the inoculation of the virus in the embryonated egg. In this process of the cultivation of virus, we use a embryonated egg. The egg is depending on the type of the being used. The embryonated egg type is first cultivated by the Good Pasture in 1931 and further developed by the Brennett. So the egg why we use, because it is a primary isolation and identification of the virus. Second one is the for the production of the vaccines, and third one is the for the maintenance of the stock culture. This is a picture for we show the inoculation of the virus into the embryonated egg. The herpes virus, pox virus, and the ROS virus, we use a cholinergic membrane for the inoculation. The embryonic inoculation we use for influenza virus and the mumps virus. Yolk sac inoculation for the virus we use a herp simplex virus, and the electronic inoculation we use a influenza virus, mumps virus, Newcastle disease virus, avian virus. This is a picture of the embryonated egg. So next one is the procedure of the inoculation of the virus in the embryonated egg. So the egg are selected. It is to 7 to 12 days old. Extraction of the egg cells is done using by the iodine. Iodine is used as a disinfectant and penetrated with a small sterile drill. So the egg is incubation can be done at 36 degrees Celsius for the respective incubation time of the virus. And then egg is broken and the virus is isolated from the tissue of the egg. So we observe in the embryonated egg the virus growth and the multiplication in the egg embryo is indicated by the death of the embryo, by embryo cell damage, or by the formation of the typical pox or lesion on the egg membrane. Some advantages are there. It is a widely used method for the isolation of the virus and the growth of the embryonated egg. Second one is it is the cost effective and maintenance is easier than the inoculation of the virus in the animal. Third one is the embryonated egg are readily available. Fourth one is they are free from the contaminating bacteria and many latent the virus. Next one is it is the ideal substrate for the viral growth and the replication than the inoculation of the virus in the animal. In this method is less labor is needed, and widely used method to grow virus for the some vaccination protection. Last one is the defense mechanism are not involved in the embryonated egg. disadvantage of this method. The site of the inoculation of varies with different virus. That is, in each virus have a different site for the growth and the replication. But in the inoculation in the animal virus, same site we have a. Next one is the tissue culture. What tissue culture? The cultivation of the bits of the tissue and organs in vitro means outside the body, had been used by the physiologist and the surgeon for the study of the morphogenesis and the wound healing. So in the first application of the tissue culture in the virology has done by the Steinhardt and the colleagues in 1913, who maintained the vaccinia virus in fragmentation in the rabbit cornea. In 1928, the Maitland used chopped tissue in the nutrient media for the cultivation of the vaccinia virus. So in the cell culture, the animal virus could be propagated only on the whole animal or the embryo chicken eggs. The tissue culture have replaced the embryoid egg as preferred type of the growth of the medium of the many of the virus. The cell culture consists of the cell grown in the cultured media in the laboratory. There are three types of the tissue culture. First one is the organ culture, second one is the explant culture, and third one is the cell culture. In the organ culture, we use the organ of the plant or the animal. In the explant culture, we use a living organism, then is explant in or the ex vivo of the culture. And third one is the cell culture. We use a animal cell or the plant cell for the development of the culture. Thank you.